Yo, what's up, everybody? This next track we got right here is, to be honest, if it sounds like it's out of flow, I honestly forgot this track uh, when I was doing the rest of them. But this one is, I think, third to last. Yeah. Um, and this track has to do with just, I would say, like, if I had to tag it, probably Isolation Part 1 and the one on Minute Action Retrievals Part 2. But this is mostly directed at the people growing up, like all my peers and things of that nature. So when you hear, shout out G-Eazy, Keisha Cole, Drake, E40. I did, you know what track this is too on that one. I DJ'd those, getting those tracks together because I was inspired by those, you find on this path of finding yourself, you often lose people. And it's no disrespect to anybody else, but you often lose a lot of people trying to find yourself. And a lot of people have never been able to really connect with me. I've been disconnected, and I'm a lot to deal with. I'm a real intense person in general. I can't say how it was being on the outside, seeing me as this class clown at one point, and then seeing me like this goofy class clown kid that made fun of himself for validation, as well as it was mostly, to be honest, it was mostly to make y'all smile, because I saw a lot of y'all would be sad and whatnot, sad, angry or whatnot, and me, putting myself down to make you happy at my own expense. But to see a smile on your face, is what put me through. So that's why if you saw me as Devontae, elementary school, or Deontay, whatever you want to call it, or Juice, whatever. Well, I never really did it as Juice. But anywho, me making fun of my eyebrows, people making fun of my laugh, whatever. If I let you do it, that's because I wanted you happy. But once there came a time when I snapped, where I just stopped letting people make fun of me and talking stuff about me, and I got real quiet and silent. And that shift happened like when I was a junior in high school, and then senior year, and kind of there on out, and yeah. But a lot of y'all didn't know what was going on with me either, and a lot of people don't, and some people, you could say like I'm a bad person per se, or whatever you want to call it, for making people look at my website first or listening to my music. But it's when you have art out and you really put yourself behind that art, and you really make people give you that validation and respect, if you will. I don't need the validation for what I have right now, but when you try to make people understand, because when you put yourself behind the stand so much, life is a game we're all playing, and when you put yourself in the rafters, with everybody else, it's often like, I put myself aside for y'all a lot, but when it came time for me to put my hand out, and I was like, hey, I need a little something in return, or hey, this is what I've been going through, can you stand up for me? A lot of people disappeared. So that's what these lyrics are about. So not necessarily a reflection of what I dealt with now. A lot of y'all saw I got Facebook again, and even if you hated on me or I hated on you, or if we went through stuff, whatever, I still sent out a friend request. I mean, life's too short for the beef right now, you feel me? So and again, I like to stress that I'm not going to vote this year. I usually do vote, but I'm not going to vote this year, just because, like, again, I'm voting for myself, period. So you don't have to believe in that. You don't have to like that, but please respect that opinion. I feel like, I'm just trying to encourage people, like, know who you are before you vote for somebody else. There's a lot at stake here, and it's a lot worse if you don't fix yourself than it is to vote for somebody that you barely know. But that's not saying you shouldn't vote. There's a lot of people that need to be recycled out. But again, until you fix the system and we all know what ownership is, I feel like none of the problems are going to erase themselves until we really build from the ground up what humanity should be like and what life should be like on this planet. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Verse 1. I always used to wonder who could live without me, who I had to prove wrong, and if they ever doubted me. I pointed the finger when it came to taking the blame. Overtook the blame when I was younger, wasn't the same. Life is a game, but it's not. Nurture your seed, if not, just let it rot. I noticed you can't have it both ways. I cried in the parking lot to this song after it went wrong and went our separate ways that night. It was real frightening. The house I ran to thought I spited them. I used to want to fight them. I warned them that I need to grow and do this for me. This current me is unsightly. I fell off my bike. I fell off of my scooter. Thought she could do better. You know I had to boot her. If it wasn't for me, it was someone else. Excuse me. If it wasn't me, it was someone else. I did it for another girl too, checking for her health. If I can't sacrifice what is needed for this wealth, the only person can look at that for is myself. I donated plasma with my viable arm. Used to tell that to the girls, I'm clean, don't be alarmed. Played Clash of Clans all day, I was trying to farm. What was my cause? See butterflies flowing in the wind. I know this is what it takes for me to get like that again. All my life knows it's sin. Where do I even begin? My beginning is coming after this year. It's 25, 2020, no more to get by. It's time I got mine and got a slice of this pie. It's not mine to have, to keep, I get to manage it. Tired of thinking of suicide or not saying I apologize because it's a part of my pride. I can empathize all I want, but if I can't be the guy and do it on my own, then who the fuck am I? During this change, leave me alone, I am the prize. I'm the lottery ticket. If you're on the fence about me, I'm gonna pick it. Did I lose you? Did I snooze you? Boo-hooed because of you. You ain't better than me if I'm keeping it true. Gonna out me. Cause I ain't talking about religion. I'm spiritual. Make the most out of Hell's Kitchen. If we don't get it right, we coming back to do it again. Don't make this into a trend. I'm not an engineer, just waiting on my story to begin. This tape, I ain't doing it for the clout. Wanna get out and stop living in other people's houses. Don't trust people to the evidence I'm shown. I said this before on the last tape, I gotta get gone. More weak than part of a year, I gotta get strong so I could teach others how to get along. Stop talking about all the chances I've blown. Don't need these meetings to see that I'm grown. When God passes me the next throw, I'm going long with my current girl. I'm knee along, it's never too late. Didn't game her just to penetrate. Let me set that straight. Forgive me what I'm about to say. A couple lines I want to talk about before I get into the, part two of that is, let's see here. Yeah, I'm tired of living in other people's houses. I want my own pad, you know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to who I'm with right now. I want our own places, you know what I'm saying? If we, you do what you do, I do what I do, but I've been living with somebody my whole life. I've never had my own spot. I'm always living with, my pops, I've lived with my moms, my pops, I've lived with my brother, a godmom, godfather, lived with my, my best friend, homie, Lenny G and his parents, Sean and Sue. Appreciate y'all. I've, slept in a car. I've lived with roommates, you know what I'm saying? Like, my exes, and it's just, there's a lot of times I've had to hold my tongue just to be honest, or just like, I can't really spread my wings, just because I don't know who I fully am. I feel like I've had to share space with everybody. It'd be nice to have my own spot where I could, and I miss that in Colorado, man. Like a lot of Coloradans feel that, you used to be able to go grab a job, right, and put food on the table and have your own spot. But shoot, now you gotta have 70, 80K and still live with somebody else to be able to afford benefits and everything like that. And everybody's trying to raise the minimum wage, but you don't understand that. Okay, you raise the minimum wage, but what's the point of having benefits if you can't even afford them? When I worked at all these places, for example, you know what I'm saying? For example, Caribou Coffee and Einstein Bagels, the deductible was $3,000. And it's like, man, I can't afford $3,000 if I get sick. So, it's kind of like, what's the point of having it? But at the same time, if something serious happens, God forbid, you're covered. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I don't have insurance, but it's because I know how to take care of my body. And I appreciate what I got, that I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you got to consider that. And, even when I worked at Twilio, they had a beautiful benefit package. But there's times I had to omit getting, stuff done because I couldn't afford it. So, And, you know, you got a lot of people moving to Colorado that have never been here, and it like messed up the whole economy. And it's not just Colorado, it's the whole world. But I'm going to talk about, you know, Colorado, man. Like, it's pushed a lot of people out, and we're from the culture, you know, you wave at other drivers to say thank you or to acknowledge them. And, you know, you're friendly, you're homely. Ain't no racism or anything like that, man. You for the people, man, and we got a different scheme of different types of people, and we all care about each other, you know. Shout out Aurora Borealis 777, you know what it is. Another line that I felt like, I am an engineer because I'm, you know, doing my own stuff, just not the degree, you know. I don't need the degree, sorry, but I don't need it. Let's see here. I'm spiritual, not religious. You know, Church of God, no disrespect. You saw the review I left on your stuff. Just be good humans. You know, I'm not saying you're bad people, but nobody wants to be bothered 24/7. All right. And that's with anything, you know, just let people come to it themselves. The whole religion thing, I was birthed up as Christian. I've been baptized a few times. And, you know, I prefer spirituality because it's like I still believe in God and Jesus Christ, or even if you want to call it that. You know, honestly, I think Mother Earth's a perfect example of Jesus Christ. You know, she gives to us without asking for anything in return and heals us up and all that. And yet we abuse her and mistreat her. But, you know, you got people in a church that want to give funds to somebody that's not even giving it back to their community. I'm not saying that's every pastor, but that's a lot of the cases. You know, the pastor shouldn't be driving a Range Rover while everybody else is struggling. You know, there's a lot of grandmamas putting money on the plate. You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, it's just, you know, God's within you. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself. Wherever you're at, you don't have to go to church, you know, or wherever to represent. And I'm not disrespecting any type of religion. Shout out Muslims, Allah, you know what I'm saying? Word up. Anybody, you know, pagans, Wiccans, I'm with you. Pagan Wiccans. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that right, no disrespect, but y'all are often disrespected and mistreated. And, you know, the girl's mama, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna blast your name on here, but I highly respect it. You know, the spirituality is dope, you know, and y'all helped me open my eyes too on that. All right, let's get into the, let me see, is there anything else? Yeah, I used to donate plasma, like I told y'all, at Griffles and a couple of the joints in my right arm. My left arm's not good to draw blood from, but there was one time I was at that Colfax location in Lakewood, and I drew after my session. You know, I had blood running down my arm, and it soaked my sweater. So I thought I blew that vein forever, and they told me that, but it came back. But I haven't been able to do that side hustle anymore. Yeah, man. I think the rest is, you know, I wrote this last year, 2019, I think. And I, you know, predicted 2020, no more to get by. And you know, like I said, I predicted 2020. You know, I had to be ready by 2020 so I could be a voice for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, like I said, it's nothing for me to utilize my platform to bring y'all up to the same. Forgive me. I apologize. I dropped my phone, so if that was like a spike in audio, forgive me on that. All right, let's do the second half of the song. All right, this is just my side, my story. I gotta let it go somehow. I ain't playing the victim. Again, I played my part, whether I let you take advantage of me or I took advantage of you. We all deal with karma. You get what you put in. Simple as that. Fuck this fucking bullshit. I told you don't say you want my body if you don't know exactly where I've been. I ain't worried about your life. I ain't comparing it. Life was at a low inside the Sheridan. About to join a force that works under a government that doesn't give a fuck. I'm glad I got stuck at the MEPS taking the physical test. Glad I got my toe fixed. Was showing distress. I played All of high school with it, looking like a fool on the bench. Yeah, I was sitting, couldn't make a free throw, couldn't make a kick. My grades weren't good, set out a season, didn't give a shit. I wish more people would care who was really aware. Could only accomplish carrying shit up the stairs, groceries. Wish I ate more apples, peaches, and pears. Scared of individual development, improvement. Fuck the bars, the society places. I gotta do this shit. Yeah. You could fight me out of spite, get it right, get a rifle and shoot the dudes that push me out of sight. Spit in my face, I should have snatched your life. Made fun of me, I wasn't smashing left and right. Hoes getting exposed, no cool clothes to mask my sight. I gotta laugh about it. Anyone from school who wanna fight me won't have a problem. Notice people stopped fucking with me. Wasn't concerned that I didn't earn it, was stuck with me. I saw a girl walk out of graduation, I got admiration for her. I ain't have the nuts to do the same thing. Patience was too much for people walking all over me. I'm fucking over it. I'm not a crush for you, I'm not a coaster. Not stop until I'm coasting the coast to Costa Rica with some pico de gallo. Gotta be strict cause I know it's my goal, you know, to be the Stapleton in my den. My friends stay behind, I won't think less of you. Coming up and I'm protecting you. Shout out Chaz. Been years since we fought and we both have had mixed emotions over the years meeting each other in those stairs. I always wanted to shoot another fair one with you. I realized, however, you were God's message to me, you know, to humble me after hitting my dad in the mouth. You set the bar also that I was taking no one else's shit, so I'll thank you for that. I'm glad you're doing well. I heard from Drew you're first in track, and that's what's up. It was good seeing you that other day. God bless. Take it easy. So a couple of notables in that. I mean, I can't really explain anymore, but yeah, I was pretty pissed I got cut my senior year. Denny Fisher, what's going on? Deron Davis, what's up? Austin Conway, what's going on? You know, everybody was popping with it. Coach Miller, what's up? You know, to all my coaches I had, RIP, TJ Cunningham. You know, the reason Lay on the Pedal Sports exists, man, is because players, we need somebody to advocate for us. You feel me? We shouldn't be slaving for anyone. We shouldn't be slaving in college. We shouldn't be slaving in the NBA. We're not just your slave to play sports. It's like we have our lives too, you know what I'm saying? And there should be some type of system where it's like, okay, if you want to play basketball, just play basketball. All we should have to worry about is playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? And have a support system, you know, and education's important. I'm not saying it's not, but it's like it gets to a point where it's like once you're educated, which I mean, even the education system's whack because not everybody has the same opportunity, you know, so that's why I'm here, you know what I'm saying, talking to y'all. But I had turf toe. I had to get my turf wrapped up every day after school, man. Like nobody noticed that. Nobody wanted to call my pops and tell me like, hey, you know. But I mean, again, it starts with you. If you don't care about yourself, nobody else will. But it's like ain't that what trainers, coaches, teachers are for? You know what I'm saying? To step up for people that can't step up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was suicidal, depressed, all that. I did not want to be there, you know? And I was mad because my love for basketball, which was sacred, was messed up. It's like I didn't want to be a center. I wanted to be a 3 or a 4, you feel me? I didn't want to be on the line for football. If I had to be, I was going to be a tight end. If I wasn't that, then I wanted to receive the ball or be a middle linebacker like my father, you know? But I feel like, you know, there's a lot of favorites. A lot of people have stuff figured out, you know, before players even get on the team. You feel me? So even just race car driving, when I told some people that, the barriers of entry are so heavy on that, man, which sucks. And that's why I'm so grateful for Gran Turismo, because without it, I wouldn't have been able to get my experience up so much in driving, you know. And when I finally got on that track in Unser, excuse me, in Centennial, I was able to smash. And of course I didn't finish first place, but there was some it was easier to drive on there than, you know, simulated. But, you know, there's concepts that, you know, I spun out there, and I think from that point on, anytime I did Gran Turismo, I turned off driving aids because it was like fully, you know. The point is, man, I just wanted to be who I wanted to be. I went to Camp Ibra Haji, and I was able to be who I was, you know what I'm saying? Like some aspects, you know, I had to hold back a little bit because I'm around mostly white people, you know, and no disrespect to y'all, like, but I was able to be who I was, a talented individual that was multifaceted. And when I went back home, I was back into the box of this goofy dude that had to be, you know, had to go to Colorado School of Mines. And like Colorado School of Mines, the reason I didn't go to y'all, besides the grades, you know what I'm saying, was just because you hear about the suicide rates. And it's one of the most highest suicide rates for colleges in the country. But, you know, do whatever you can so you could graduate, right? Because you got people looking for you, but the same people looking for you will fire you or not give you a shot because you got a video a few years ago of you doing something quote unquote stupid. That's in my opinion not the smartest decision. Like, and everybody wants to separate business and personal, bro. We're all people at the end of the day. Again, like, yes, there's some areas, I'm not saying you should be at work, you know, beating it off, you know, like I was, you know what I'm saying? Or drinking or smoking, right? But when it comes, some people have to stay high to get by. You know, some people have to stay high to get by, like in order to prevent themselves from shooting stuff up because nobody understands their vision. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even have to get high, everyone. You could get high on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get high on yourself. I made it where I've been at by, you know, trial and error, you know, experience, being my own doctor, you feel me? Change my name, all that. And, you know, just invested in myself, man. And I just got tired, you know, to all the places, you know, I've mentioned. I got tired of sitting here being your little pony, you feel me? I wanted to ride myself, you know, be my own support. So, and, you know, I said what I said with Chaz. It was just funny because, like, I mean, I wanted round 2 with him so bad. You know, y'all know the fight. I was a sophomore. He was a junior. And we're in Spanish. And like I said, you know, if you needed any proof, I'm a DJ. You know, we got into it because of my beating on the table. And, you know, he pushed my teeth back. You know, my pops was pissed. He wanted me to take you to court. And I was like, nah, I ain't going to take you to court. Because, I mean, that was my karma for hitting my pops in the mouth. And, I mean, he brought it up. And I actually, like, I submitted. I was like, yeah, you right. I shouldn't even hit you in the mouth like that. So, like, Chaz, you hitting me, like, you know. I was like, I felt I had to eat that. So I thought it was funny too, because, you know, God was testing me because, you know, your family moved into Heather Ridge Gardens. Heather Ridge Gardens, what up? Kathy, what up? But we saw each other in the hallways and steps a lot. And I mean, for the first few years, man, there's a lot of tension. I don't know from your end, but from my end there was. And eventually I just let it go, man. And it was real nice that last time, you know, it was just nothing but love. And appreciate that. I see your younger brother from time to time, and, you know, we just holler at each other. And it's kind of funny. My pops was almost dating your mom too, but something happened with that. And I told my pops too, like, hey, you know, we almost fought, but he's hard-headed. But I mean, bro, I got no bad blood towards you, man. Honestly, I'm proud of you, bro. I always, like, admired you on your stuff, man. And you know, your height on the outside is nothing compared to the height on your inside. You're you know, a very empowering individual. So yeah, man. So hopefully all is well. And to my peers, I ain't got no bad blood against you, whether you're older or younger. You know, I hope all y'all are doing good, and that's what I'm here for, is to use my platform to elevate y'all. So that's about it, Chief. So that's the last, I mean, we got a couple more tracks after this, but this is the last track I'm recording for, you know, the part 2. But we're going to hop to Minute Action next, Retrieval, which is also known, what's going to be known from here on is part 3 for Retrieval 2020. We'll go hop into that. All right, team.